This episode is brought to you by Seamule, the world's best fishing carts. Go to seamule.com and customize a wade or pier cart to your own fishing needs. Seamule.com. Danco Pliers, largest collection of marine-grade pliers on the market. DancoPliers.com. GoPuck, never be without power for your camera or phone again. Wearable power at GoPuck.com. Sunsect, bug repellent and sunscreen in one. I use this product, and it's the only thing I've found that have kept the no-see-ums away from me fishing in the morning and during the evening hours. Sunsect.com. Salt Life sunglasses with Zeiss lenses. Get a pair at BiminiBayOptics.com.
I wish Brian would get up and do a little dance for me. I'd loosen up. Wow. Loosen up. We got to get it.
Wow.
No, Brian.
That put me in the sweet spot of the microphone for sure.
I don't know if we should we drink beer on this? We probably shouldn't.
Yeah.
Probably not. Can we? Can we do that?
Why not?
It's covered, right? We don't have any labels out.
No.
Yeah.
What the hell? Sodas.
That's a Pepsi.
Damn good one.
Right? Unless somebody wants to give us free beer, and I will go koozie list, or they can give me a koozie with their name on it.
Oh, yeah.
You won't tell anybody what I'm about to tell you.
Oh,
we are recording right now, but go ahead.
So, Jay, this has been a crazy year.
2016 has been pretty nuts, man.
Yep. Like you were saying, we were talking about going to all these tournaments and getting into the fishing industry and meeting a lot of people.
Happened pretty fast.
Happened very fast.
It seemed like it took forever getting this ready, but...
Yes, it did. But it did come together very well.
I know. And it's a great excuse for us to talk to people that know a lot about fishing, and we pick their brains and get a lot of good nuggets.
Get a lot of good information. Like this first one.
Right. This was good because we both like shark fishing.
Very much so.
Yeah. I mean, granted, we don't target the size of fish that they are going after, but we don't have the equipment for that. And in this episode, you'll see why.
Wait till you see the equipment.
Yeah, I think it was a 1,000-pound setup that they made the rig, and then that pole he had with the reel. I think it had a mile and a half worth of line on it.
Ridiculous amount.
Unbelievable. Anyways, those guys came in. They showed us their gear. I forgot to introduce them while they were here. So the team is Jesse Russo. I'm sorry, Jesse. John Marquis, Jimmy Farrow, Michael Dunlap, and Robert Przybylowski. Przybylowski. It's a lot of letters. Yeah.
You're going to enjoy this. We definitely had a great time talking with these guys, and let's get right to it.
Yeah, we'll get to it, and then when we're done, we're going to go ahead and give you a bunch of tournament information and stuff coming up. Stay tuned. Please welcome Team Seamule Shark Fishing. Today we have the Seamule land-based shark fishing team with us, and they're going to explain to us about their tournament coming up. What's up, guys? How you doing?
Good.
All right, you guys were out fishing last night and caught a monster.
Yep.
What happened with that?
So we got a big bull shark last night on Avet 80 wide, and it was pretty fun. It pulled a lot of drag and got a nice tape measure and a video from it, and got it released pretty fast, so it's went off good.
Got some video for that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Nice. So, you guys got how many was with you last night? Just 2?
Yeah, it was just me and him.
That had to be a complete pain in the rear, man.
Yeah.
Trying to pull everything in, get a video, all that stuff. That's awesome.
Yeah, first time using live bait for sharks too, and it definitely paid off. Worked out
Really?
real well. Yeah.
Right. What were you using?
It was a pup shark. So
I'm sorry?
A pup shark, baby shark.
Really?
Yeah, it was
Yep.
about 3 feet long.
I've never heard of anybody using sharks as bait. That's awesome, man.
Didn't take long.
What do you usually use, like stingray and
Yep.
cut bait and all that kind of stuff?
Yep.
Are you guys going to be trying to use live bait for? You guys got a tournament coming up.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, it just kind of depends on the spot that we're fishing. We'll see.
What tournament is that?
Halloween hammer hunt.
Halloween. Who's putting that on?
Josh Strayhorn.
Right? Is that just is it a local thing?
Yep.
Right. Nice. What's the website for that? If you get involved.
I'm not sure if there's a website.
It's
but
on
there's-
Facebook.
Yeah, there's a Facebook page for it.
Facebook. All right. I'll put some links after we get done with all this stuff. All right. So, anyways, you guys got a lot of gear here right now.
Yeah.
And this monster, man, I don't. Whose is that?
That's my reel.
That's nice,
Yeah.
man. What is that?
It's a Everall 12-aught 2-speed, and then it's a unlimited class United composite rod.
It looks like a barrel on a stick, man. I gotta be honest. That thing is huge.
I love
man.
it.
That is insane. Is that what you guys caught that on last night?
No.
It was
Couldn't be
actually
that
a
lucky,
reel.
right? It had to be on something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like it's always the pole you don't want them to.
It was similar caliber setup, but I mean, all of our setups are very high grade. We're not using really anything small. We don't
Right.
want to put a shark in harm. it take too much time to get it in or something.
Get
like
it in
that.
quick, release it, so it's nice and healthy when it goes. Catch it
Yep.
another day.
That's why you spend the money on the gear, so you can get them in quick and get them back in the water.
Well, what is this good for? How big do you think you can go on this?
Probably up to as big as you can get on land.
Are you
Honestly.
serious,
Yeah, like
man?
13, 14 footer.
There's got to be a whole different technique to catching them off the land when you can't chase them in the boat, and that's got to be.
It's a lot of drag.
I mean, that's why we go out. We'll go fishing for sharks, but anything over 6 foot just seems like a lot of work to me. We usually use like lighter gear, light to medium gear, and put some cut bait out and target the small ones. But man, that looks like work. Do you guys got certain roles in all this? Or is it whoever grabs the pole first, or?
No, I mean we all have our own rods, and you paddle your own baits out, and
Yeah, we
your
all
rod
hold our
goes
own
off.
weight really well, so we
Yeah.
work together good as a team.
Yeah.
Right. You guys been doing this a little while, then I take it if you
Yeah.
Yeah, a
put
few
this
years.
kind of money into
Yeah.
this, right? Well, that's cool, man. As far as shark tournaments go, I was looking around a little bit online, and I didn't see a whole lot. Is it kind of a small niche type that those tournaments are?
It's getting bigger.
Is it
as,
getting a
time
better-
goes on, but
Yeah.
it did start off really small.
Right. There's probably a lot of pressure as being able to fish from land without getting in trouble with the locals and all that kind of
Right.
stuff. People swimming and all that. Is that an issue?
Yeah, we have to go to certain beaches where there's not a lot of swimmers.
Fish at night and everything.
Right. Yeah, mostly at nighttime.
I've had people tell me if this happens to you guys or not. I was out fishing all night, and we go fishing for sharks, and we're actually out on an island, but there's a ferry that comes across in the morning, and they bring people over sometimes.
Yeah.
So we've been fishing, catching sharks for a while. I've got a slick out, we got chum out. We just had a pretty big fish on, and these people come walking around the corner, and they got their snorkel gear and their dive flags and everything. And I'm like, hey man, I just want to let you guys know. I mean, we just hooked into a pretty big shark right here. You might not want to dive right here.
Yeah.
They got kids,
Yeah.
6, 7. They're like, okay, literally go about 50 feet from us, and then they start snorkeling out there. I'm like, they're literally out. We had to slick a Jack Mac out.
Yeah.
A slick of Jack Mac.
So there's just oil on the top of the water, and these people are
they're
out
doing
there
this. They're doing
just
this.
swimming through the water.
What's going
man.
on?
Unbelievable. You guys get that a lot?
Yeah,
Just
people
come
just don't care and just swim wherever
you're
they
like,
want. But
and then you're the bad guy.
Yep.
Well, you bring in the shark, and they all start freaking. Oh, what are you doing here
Yep.
for? Yeah, that's got to be an issue for the whole thing.
Oh
so.
yeah. There's a lot of places getting banned for shark fishing because of stuff like that.
How are they gonna ban you?
It's a weird system. People have to show up to like the county meetings to try to prevent it from.
So they can legitimately come up and like give you a ticket or something if you get
It's
caught on
not-
those beaches.
Mainly just kick you off.
yeah, they'll just kick you off for the night, and then
okay.
they'll try and do something later about it, but it
Yeah.
never really goes through.
So it's just kind of it's not even really a law. It's more of a de facto rule, and then.
Yeah, it's yeah.
I see. All right. Well, dang, man. That's I noticed a lot too with the piers closing down everywhere. That's got to be making it harder too. Or do you guys fish off the piers?
I fish off piers a lot.
For sharks, the big
Right.
sharks.
Yeah.
How do you? What do you just walk it all the way back to shore and
Yeah.
everything?
Yeah, you gotta walk it down.
The
to
people at the
wherever
pier gotta love that, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yep.
We usually get a pretty big crowd to watch when we're on the pier.
Yeah. You know, I've had what was we were out one time fishing on the beach, bringing a 6-footer. It was a black tip, and all these people around. I hear this behind me. I was just swimming out there. They're horrified. You know?
People can't believe how close they come to shore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They always think it's. Yeah.
Well, yeah, they
oh,
think
they're
it's
way
our
out
fault
there,
for-
right?
Right,
They're
yeah,
way
yeah.
out there.
Yep. And then they think it's our fault because we're putting bloody baits in the water, but the reality is we're just taking advantage of how close they actually are.
Yeah. Well, what's going on out there? Well, even when you're not there, there's
Right.
fish getting ripped in half all day long. The chum's out there. I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
know why people lose their mind over that. But.
Yep.
Well, at least you guys are competing in this and helping the niche grow, and hopefully, because I love shark fishing. I think it's, you know, I get people a lot of times who'll be. You know, oh, it's shark fish. You can't eat those. Or whatever. I'm like, no, man, it's a lot of fun. You don't understand.
Yeah.
I don't think people give it its just due. You know,
Yeah.
is that what drew you to it? I mean, is that what you like doing the most? Is shark fishing?
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, I like the fight. That's
It's a thrill. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. I mean, you get that sucker in. You know,
You're
Since-
never gonna catch a fish that's gonna bring you as much of adrenaline rush as when you bring in
Exactly,
a
that's
7+
what I'm
foot
saying.
shark. You know.
I'll have people remember that we were walking on the beach, or not? We were fishing on the beach, and this guy comes walking up. What are you fishing for? Sharks. And you're like, ah, you know, it's like, keep walking then. Jeez, man, what's your problem? Man?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's talk a little bit about the gear, the setups, and everything. Are you gonna have John do that? What? Go ahead, talk, buddy.
You want to cut and then go down to it?
No, we got plenty of room. We don't have to cut. We can talk openly. It's not a big deal.
You said that rig that you have there on the table is the one you caught the shark with last night.
Yeah, that's
That's
correct.
right.
Yep.
Right on.
It's,
Did it tear it up pretty good?
Yeah, this cable, we use 900-pound coated cable, and the coating on the cable all came loose last night. It got real messed up. I don't know if it was from the teeth or if it got messed up
yeah,
on
I can see
structure.
that.
You know, I don't know how clearly you can see that, but
And that's just from it rubbing up on its side, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it kind of got in its mouth a little bit when we were trying to land it. It kind of ran through its
I
mouth,
guess
but
so, right?
yeah.
the coating got ripped off pretty well.
So start from the hook and go back. So let's see the hook. What kind of hook is that?
That's a 24-aught circle hook.
That is ginormous.
Yeah, it always finds its way right to the corner of the mouth. It's why I always use it. It's got a huge gap on it. It always finds it right in the corner. It comes out easy when you get it on shore.
Yeah, I was actually able to take the hook out with my bare hands last night too.
You don't get
so-
those straightened out too often, I'm sure, right?
Nope.
No.
Nah. So then that goes to what kind of cable again?
It's 900 pound.
Hold that up there.
What, the hook or the cable?
No, you're fine. You're good. Yeah, just like that.
Oh yeah, I see where.
Yeah,
And-
it goes to 900 pound coated cable, or this used to be coated cable, I should say.
Okay.
And it goes up to a 1,000-pound Roscoe swivel. Here you can see that in my hand. It's a pretty big swivel. And then it goes to 1,000-pound mono for a tail whip section.
And how much of the mono do you put on there?
About 15 feet.
About 15 feet. That's
Yeah.
like your shock leader and everything.
Yep. And then there's 10 feet of cable. So
Okay, and then moving on to the reel. What kind of line? How much?
You usually run 250-pound top shot of mono, and you run about 100 to 150 yards of that, and then you want to do like over 1,000 yards of 200-pound braid at least. So at least like a minimum on that. Yeah, that's a lot.
So, all right. Well, let me ask you this: majority of that line goes out. How long is it taking you to get it back in?
last night we probably had the shark was probably about 500-600 yards off the shore, and we got it in 20-25 minutes.
Oh, that quick, really?
Yeah, because we have two
It just
speeds
muscle
on a reel.
It just
so,
muscles it in then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of like a 2-speed.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
It's kind of like a bicycle. If you're going up a hill, you drop it down a gear, and it makes it easy to keep going.
Right.
It's similar aspect. Yeah.
All right. What do you think is your top end on that? What are you going to be able to bring in?
Anything
What's the
you wanna
biggest
bring.
you brought in? Let's put it that way.
I actually won the tournament that we're going into last year with a 10-foot-4 tiger shark, and that was my
Really?
biggest. That's my biggest shark so far.
Were you guys in the Pinellas area for that?
Yep, it was
Really?
local, right 300 yards off the beach.
Wow, a tiger.
Yep.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought that, man.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
Freaking me out.
Yeah.
That is a trip, man. So, this year, when is the tournament? What are the dates?
It's Halloween weekend, so Thursday.
3 days over the holiday weekend.
Yep.
Thursday,
starts
Friday, Saturday.
Thursday at midnight till Sunday at midnight. So
And that I'll get some links to put on the website for for the dates on the tournament.
And are you guys dressing up,
Oh yeah.
being that it's Halloween?
Yeah, we
Oh.
have hats and stuff.
Yeah, we
that
got-
we're gonna
okay,
wear.
yeah,
like,
yeah,
like shark
alright,
hats
good.
or squid hats and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Oh, beautiful.
That's hilarious.
Gotta have some fun with it too.
Cool. We're gonna have to follow that on Facebook, and I'll try and come out there for part of that and see if we can't get some Facebook Live video and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
Did you guys have the stuff to be able to set up one of these rigs? No. It's all good if not. That's not a big deal at all.
You have the crimpers?
Well, we could use some 650.
Show.
Yeah, we can make a rig. We just won't be quite to the caliber of this one.
Yeah.
Oh, just to show the.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that, man.
Alright.
Try it out.
Cut that little, can we cut that hook off of there?
Yeah.
So 24.
We can edit anything. Just talk, dude. Just talk.
We can edit it out. That's no big deal.
Dude, this
Oh,
cable.
he needed a beer.
That's what you do.
We're leaving that in.
Just make a rig out of your stuff.
Oh, look, there he is in the background.
Yeah, whatever.
That way you just cut like a couple inches.
You could use as much as whatever you need out of there. So.
Yo,
Dude, this
nice,
cable.
nice.
Seamule.
Oh, yeah.
Baby.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, I have to say, there's one day we were out fishing on the beach for sharks, and it's my favorite story because these people were, I don't know, they were from up north
Oh
somewhere.
yeah, the tourists.
The tourists, and they come by and they're like, "What do you got?" And I'm like, "I think we got a nice little shark."
Yeah.
And their son's face, I don't know, he's like 12, 13 years old. He's like, "Whoa!" He's just all engrossed in like what's going on. I'm like, I just handed him the pole, and it was the best.
He was like,
we're like, reel it in. He's like, really?
Go,
Like,
go, go,
like,
go,
like
go.
a champion, and
Yep.
he just tore it up. It was great.
Brings it in, gets a picture. You got
Gets
to
a
go back
picture.
home with a picture of him with the shark. You know, that kid was loving it.
That's awesome.
All right, so we do have the stuff to make a rig.
Awesome.
Nice, cool.
This won't be as big as that.
That's fine, man. Like I said, we can edit out some of this. And we're back. We're gonna do a setup rig here after all that debacle. All right, John, you gonna bring us in with how you do this?
Well, basically we start from the hook and work our way back to the top to where your top shot's gonna tie off to. First thing I do is I grab about 10.5 foot of 900-pound cable. Let me get it undone here. Basically, you just pull your arm lengths. It's about a wingspan of 5 foot, for me at least. Wrap it around, grab it again, and I pull it out like that. And then grab the area, get some cutters, and cut that section off. Sometimes it takes a couple tries.
Unless you have
Being that it
pliers.
is the 900-pound cable.
Yeah. Whose pliers are these?
Can we get somebody with some muscles over here?
There it is. Alright, so you got your cable, you got your end. Slide your barrel swivel on the cut end.
Show it that way towards the camera. There we go.
Sometimes they're a little tough. When you cut them, they widen out, flare out the edges. Just give it a little twist, slides right on. Take your 24-aught circle hook, slide it back through the eyelet. Grab your cable, go back into the top of the barrel swivel.
It's a crimp rod, not barrel sole. Rough. It's a crimp. You're calling it a barrel sole. It's a crimp.
Duh.
Peanut
Anyways, the crimp. I'm gonna let John go ahead and
size you use for these smallest one.
slide it in and press. Slide it over to the end and press. You got your hook on your steel cable right here. Alright, then you come back around, grab the other end of the cable and grab another crimp. Do the same thing, put the crimp on the end of the cable, slide it up. Now you got your 9.0 Roscoe swivels, good for 1,000 pounds. Put the tag in back through the crimp. Sometimes you gotta work for them, sometimes they go right on. And you got it. Leave a little tag in, and you crimp.
Next one now.
Alright, there you go, your swivel attached to the end of your hook. That's your cable part of the section. And then if you work over to your 650 pound mono, or some people use 1,000 pound mono. And we do the same section as we do as a cable and 10 foot. So I'll go ahead and grab my arm stand, pinch it, and go ahead and cut.
Use the lovely things again.
Easier than a cable. Alright, you grab your 9.0 Roscoe swivel. You got your mono on the other hand. Slide the crimp down. It's a little bit easier with the mono. Wrap it around, put it back through the top of the crimp, and leave a tag in.
You do it three, then you do it twice.
Yep. Slide it over. Now you got one part of your 650 pound mono attached to the swivel. That causes spinning. Say you're reeling in your bait, you don't have a shark on the end, it won't twist up your line. Come back up to the top of your mono. Take your crimp, slide it back through. Grab your 1,000 pound swivel, put it back through the top. Tag in, crimp. And now you have a fully successful sharking rig. What I like to do is I wrap them up big enough to fit in a Ziploc bag, that way they don't get tangled up. Just wrap them around. They'll twist up a little bit. Got your mono section, 10 foot. Then you wrap your cable section into the mono. That's another 10 foot.
So with the mono, are you generally using as much mono as you are targeting length of fish? Is that generally the idea?
Well,
The length of the leader.
We like the 10 and 10. It's for the rub. Like say you get into some structure or the shark is actually over 10 foot.
Right.
The tail is going to be, if you have your just straight cable and it's right to your 250 pound mono, if it's rubbing on rocks or that tail slaps it, it's most likely going to break.
Really?
This is for bigger abrasion.
I see.
And then you have your rig wrapped up, grab your Ziploc bag, slide it right in.
Keeps it nice and organized.
Yep.
Until you take it out.
You take it out.
All hell breaks loose after that.
Yeah.
So how about the rod? Can we see that rod? I'm sure this is probably the Cadillac of reels. You can probably get by with a little bit smaller. Yeah, no? Or do you have to have something this big to pull
You
this
can,
off or what?
but it's kind of like being the king of the beach, who has the nicest
Yeah,
setup.
right. Who shows up with the biggest toys?
Gotta have people out there.
Okay, so
Now
your rig is going to on that that's mono on
If
there.
you want, I can tie one up for you and show you what we
Yeah,
do.
sure.
Or
Hold that up again, John.
basically, just unravel your rig.
And like you said, all hell broke just loose right there as you took it out of your Ziploc bag.
See, but usually it unravels pretty nicely. You just pull it, it straightens itself out with the swivels because it's freely spinning. Once John gets that through there,
John will quit playing.
He's shushy?
He just shushed me
He just shushed you.
on my own show. Can't believe it.
Welcome to the shush show.
Couple of
Give him the microphone.
I forget what the knot's even called. Is this a uni knot?
Yeah.
That's the way to give them away.
Uni knot?
Yeah.
Alright, what I do is standard uni knot. Grab it, spin the swivel around 3-4 times. Just keep a hold of it because it'll unravel itself. Come back through the bottom end, through the top, in the loop. Pull tight.
Make sure you always wet your knots.
Make sure you have a good dental plan.
That too.
Test it, and I also take this tag in. I'll leave it intact, and I'll tie a safety knot in case it does slip. It'll actually catch through the bottom. Pliers right here. Grab it, pull it tight. That way, if the tension gets too strong, line starts to slide, it'll catch into the knot and it won't slip off.
He's handing out gems here, people. Pay attention.
There you go. That is a gem. That is.
It's
And,
always good to have
I
safety.
love it.
So
You
now,
ready?
does that eventually go to braid, or is that all mono on
No,
there?
it goes to bread.
Yeah,
what's
this is 250 pound Lindgren Pittman mono. We use as top shot. Generally, we run about 150 to 200 yards. Tied into 200 pound JB hollow core braid, and we put about 1,000 to 1,200 yards of braid on the reel.
That sounds so insane to me, to reel in that much line.
Yeah, it's work.
That's like a job, man.
It's fun work though.
Yeah, right?
But it's a big payout when you actually do get a run
Right,
and the hookup. You'll have a good time.
right.
And we also use stand-up harnesses. That way we're not
grab
being
one of those harnesses? Take a look at that.
dragged into the water or having to sit down and
Yeah.
dig the butt of your
I've
rod.
seen some videos of guys just like, it seems like a full-on workout, man. Some of that stuff.
Just gonna put it on.
Oh, you want to put it on?
Yeah. Set it up real quick.
Put it on Mud Dog.
There you go.
So now you guys are paddling out your baits in kayaks, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure that's its own thing. Now, getting your bait to stay out there, I've heard of a bunch of different techniques. What do you guys do?
There's a bunch of different ways. The easiest way is tying rocks to the hook. Basically, you just
We call it a
cross
breakaway
ratchet.
system. Basically, you use a lighter mono. I like to use 100 pound. When the sharks come in, if you have the small ones, like 4 or 5 footers, they'll come in and they'll break that
you use
rock
too
away.
light, right.
Yeah, if you use too light. And then next thing you know, half hour later, your bait's washed up on the shore.
Right.
And it sucks having to paddle back out again.
Especially in the middle of the
And
night.
not having it
Yeah.
successful. I mean, even sometimes when you're out there paddling, it's like, where's he at? I
Yeah.
know he's following.
I know
me.
he's out here, right?
He's out here.
And you know what? When you're paddling at night, you'll paddle that water all day during the day and not think twice about it. As soon as it's dark out, it takes on a whole new
I mean,
thing, man.
It gets
I've been out there,
Especially if it's rough.
and I've had the kayak bumped.
Oh, yeah,
I've never
yeah.
been flipped out.
I've had them come right up to me before.
Yeah.
You look down, you're like, yeah, that's a big fish.
I've actually ran on the back of a manatee, and it almost flipped me out. It had the nose into the yak.
I've always
straight
worried
into
about
the
that,
air.
man. I thought that would
Yeah.
be possible for sure.
But yeah, I mean, sometimes you'll be taking bait out, and next thing you know, there's a shark bumping in the back trying to get the ray or whatever piece of bait you have,
Right.
and it's like an immediate grab the rock, grab the ray, drop it.
I'm outta here,
get out
man.
of Dodge.
Yeah. You don't want to be on dinner.
What's up? Just speak.
Especially when you're
How are we gonna,
when you're paddling the fourth bait out.
Yeah.
He can just he can come in where John is for a minute and he can talk about the harness for a
We're gonna
second.
stick the rod in it too. So
Okay, that's fine. We'll just have you when you step out, just pull your chair off to the side and he can just stand, and then I'll tell him.
Really?
Getting adjusted.
Yeah, that's good. But
Yeah,
hold it up a little bit so we can
stand
see
up
it on
on,
the
yeah,
chair.
stand up on that thing.
There you go.
You won't be able to see
Hey,
his head.
all right.
Hey,
You're gonna have to move the microphone.
All right.
So this is a Black Magic harness. It's the XL.
So it's extra wide on the legs and extra wide on the back. So,
You can just lean right into it with that thing, huh?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Get your reel and put it in the gimbal, and then it clips on the back.
Wow.
So it holds itself up once you get it adjusted. So you don't have to really worry about the whole weight of the rod and reel, and you can just concentrate on landing the fish. And then when there's a fish on, you just kind of want to like lean back into it a little bit, and it actually takes like all the weight and just distributes it like straight to your legs, and you don't really feel it. You just feel a little bit of pressure.
You're not fighting it so much with your arms or your back. You're
Right.
using kind of your whole body.
Right, yeah, it uses your whole body, so it really helps distribute the weight like evenly through your whole body.
You just want to make sure you don't click that drag too tight.
Yeah, because it will drag you in.
Yeah, I
so there's a
guarantee.
handle on the back actually for somebody.
Somebody to
grab.
hang on to. That's probably a
Right.
smart idea.
So.
If you go solo, just grab your rope and tie it to a palm tree, and you'll be good.
Hey, we think about that.
Word
Great,
of
man.
wisdom right there.
Yeah.
We usually go in sets of 2 to 5, which our team consists of 5 people, and we all pitch in and work good together.
That's awesome, man. I know you guys are gonna get out there and kill it. All right, man. You can take that big rod out of here. Swinging that rod around all over the place. All right, so we got through the baits. Now, let's see. Going to the tournament this weekend. How many people do you think are competing in this?
As of right now, there's 28 teams of 5. So that's right now. There's still another sign up come Saturday, I believe it is. At
This Saturday?
Sharky's.
At Sharky's?
That's more your South crew from Vero up,
Okay.
and
I'll get links to all this information
Actually,
to put into this.
I want to say Venice Beach up to Sharky's, which is, I'm not 100% sure. I haven't gone that far south, but there could be a small or big turnout at that.
Right, so it depends. But that's still pretty good. 28 people
Yeah,
just right
we're
now.
hoping,
That's a pretty good
We're
turnout.
hoping for at least 50 teams.
Nice. That's good, man. I didn't think it would have that many, but that's good. So how many tournaments do you guys fish in a year, you think?
As of right now, there's 3 a year.
3 a year?
Yeah.
Three big ones?
I mean,
You
I
got
could
the-
I'd do it all day long if I could, but it's kind of limited. But we also have time to actually enjoy it and not have the pressure.
Right. Still fun. It's not a job.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
we love the sport, so.
That's awesome. All right, cool. The tournament coming up this weekend, I'll have information on all that on the site, and I'll add it to the video as well. How can we follow you guys online for this?
Well, we have a Facebook page at Seamule Land-Based Fishing Team.
Shark Fishing Team?
Shark Fishing Team.
Okay. So
And,
Seamule Land-Based Shark Fishing Team on Facebook.
Mhm.
And
on Instagram.
We also
And on
have one on
Instagram.
Instagram.
Awesome. I'll have links to all that as well when we get up. Thank you guys for coming in and doing all this. I appreciate it. And good luck in the tournament this weekend.
All right, thank you. Thanks for having us.
Thanks, guys. Okay, we want to thank the Seamule Land-Based Shark Fishing Team for coming in and setting up those rigs for us.
That was awesome.
It was awesome. You can follow them.
You can follow them at Team Seamule on Facebook. And they also have an Instagram, which is Seamule_LBSF. That stands for Land-Based Shark Fishing. Lots of good information. Liked it.
They're going to be fishing that tournament. It is the Halloween Hammer Hunt. You can find that on Facebook at Halloween Hammer Hunt. And I believe you can kind of follow that as it goes.
Yeah.
Guys are going to be
Yeah.
calling in their catches and everything.
So,
check
talking
that
about
out.
tournaments. Talking about tournaments.
Upcoming
I got a couple
tournaments.
here I'd like to talk about. Coming up this weekend is the Wild West. This is going to be the Battle in the Pass, and this is during the Johns Pass Seafood Festival, which had
That's always
100,000
huge.
people last
That's
year.
a lot
It was
of people.
absolutely ridiculous.
It's pretty fun.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I go there.
Yeah,
every
it's a
year.
lot of fun. That's put on by Angler Armory, some good friends of ours, James and Jenny Maltz.
What's up,
great,
James?
great people. What's up, James? Okay, and that's going to be October 29th. It's the Battle in the Pass, but the Seafood
that's
Festival
at
goes
John's
on
Pass.
from Thursday to Sunday.
Right.
Right. The other one that I'd like to mention is the Suncoast Kingfish Classic this past weekend. Ryan Farner They put on a great tournament. We had Don Ray, artist, and they do
it was Don Ray Gear
Don
Fishing
Ray
Game.
Gear Fishing. Yes,
Don Ray Gear Fishing.
Don Ray Gear Fishing. Exactly.
Fishing
and
team.
they won $20,000 this weekend at the Suncoast Kingfish Classic.
Congratulations, guys.
Yep. And the last one coming up in November, 3rd through the 5th, which is one I like, is the King of the Beach.
Yep, King of the Beach.
And the King of the Beach always is a good time. They always give out a lot of money. It's a great event down there in Madeira Beach.
Yeah, and want to wish luck to Team Seamule
Yes,
in that one.
yes, and the King of the Beach, Team Seamule.
Right. And then what else do we got coming up?
Well, tell us about Seamule, and then tell us that extra thing that we want to talk about at the end.
Okay.
Because that's one of my favorites.
Anyways, we want to thank Seamule for sponsoring us on our very first episode. Go to seamule.com and check out their weight carts and pier carts. Customizable, you'll love them. And also want you guys to check us out on Instagram. We're on Instagram at Fishpod Network at Instagram.
Fishpod Network. Thank you very much.
Fishpod Network on Instagram, Fishpod Network on Facebook, and you can check us out on fishpodnetwork.com. And also you can check out Hanson and I's other website. It's called Inshore Artist at inshoreartist.com. A lot of lifestyle videos and interviews with artists and people from around Tampa Bay and Florida. So check that out.
Super interesting.
Thanks for checking out the first episode. Our next episode, we have Kyle Stafford of the Polk County College Fishing Team and
Bass Fishing Team.
Bass Fishing Team.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. You're gonna love this cat.
Yeah, and he's good.
Yeah.
So check out the next one. Thanks everybody. See ya.
See ya.